Well, hello everybody and welcome to another short tech talk, or at least a review of the transformation of the stern of Sea Venture, where we had a new swim step installed. The old swim step was small, made out of teak, lightweight, and completely ineffective. We wanted to have a swim step that we could tie our tender to, use to get on and off into the dinghy. We could fish from it. We could get on and off the boat from it. We wanted to install exterior cleats to make it easier to tie off the stern of the boat. And we decided to go with all aluminum, matching the aluminum of our superstructure, and have the work also done at the Port Townsend Shipwrights Co-op. Our project manager, Aaron, and primary welder, Greg, was the same as our main refit project from a couple years ago. So let's get started, show you what we had, a little bit about the process, and our finished product. Well, here's our old swim step that we didn't like. Small, made out of teak, and worn out. The first step in the process was, of course, taking Sea Venture out of the water. This used to make us really nervous, but we've gotten pretty used to it at Port Townsend. They seem to really be on top of their game and know exactly what they're doing. The first step in the process was to create a plywood template, kind of figuring out the overall shape and size of the new platform. Then Greg, our welder, worked on figuring out the right pipe sizes and putting together what we wanted, which was a little complicated because we really wanted it to match the curve and rake of the stern of the boat. Once the original was kind of tacked together, we could start to hold it up into place and then finally remove the old swim step. Then it was a lot of sanding and grinding and filling holes where the old swim step was. Then, with Barkley watching, the new tacked together swim step could come up so we could start doing some test fitting. Once the test fitting was completed, we were able to put 3M 5200 on the hull and begin the process of tacking and bolting on the new swim step. You can begin to see now that the matching curves and rakes, and with all the individual components needing to be custom made, there was quite a bit of welding time, fitting and refitting. But the end product matched perfectly. Here's the completed framework in place. The grating that we installed allowed a substantial amount of water to come through and was made of fiberglass, custom made so that we could walk on it barefooted while still providing good slip protection. On the inside of the hull, we removed all the old bolts and washers holding the old swim step on and installed 4-foot high ironwood backing plates for the new swim step. We're here in the engine room of Sea Venture out of the water in Port Townsend for our big swim step project. And of course, while we're here, we had a bunch of other little projects that can just help be facilitated because we're out of the water. And one of them was to add 2 new transducers through the hull. So we have one depth sounder on Sea Venture, which I didn't like. I wanted 2. And when we bought the boat, we got a new control head, the part that's up in the pilot house for the depth sounder. And it was supported by the old transducer, the part that goes through the hull. But it has a lot more capability with a better transducer, and we wanted a larger, more powerful transducer so we could get better bottom readings and add a second depth sounder. So through all that resulted then in, well, why don't we repaint the entire bilge? This is what's under the floor in the engine room of Sea Venture. A bunch of sea strainers, hoses, grounding, strapping related to the single sideband, radio, fuel lines. So we've cleaned and repainted the bilge, and we also took the time to refinish the flooring from the engine room. Throughout the entire process, the cats seemed completely unimpressed and spent most of their time doing what they do, sleeping. Now with the swim step completed, you can see the new steps and the new exterior cleats that we had added as part of the process. Once back in the water, Sea Venture's new name and hailing port was added on, and we were just about done and got to go for a test run. With leftover parts, I built a new fish cleaning station for the boat. The project was completed by adding new downrigger brackets, a shore tie reel, the fish cleaning station, and a new cooler attached to the swim step. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short video on our swim step transformation. We are really happy with the results after using it for the summer. It's accomplished everything we wanted to accomplish, and again, really happy with the end result. So I hope you enjoyed watching this transformation. So until next time, wishing you no wind and flat seas. Bye, everybody.